Astrology time, Shane here, daily-astrocat. It's Friday. So what do we got for Friday, guys? Well, we're going to have the moon void, of course, all day long in Leo. Oh, my goodness. So, usually love Leo moons. This is going to be great. Today, however, is going to feel like a long, slow motion fall into a giant poofy bed. We're just going to go, aha, boom. Okay, go easy and don't try to force anything, because that's really worked for us for these void of course moons. We've been kind of just laid back and letting things happen, and things were happening that were really good. Right now, some of you may feel like you want to just go back to bed. Look, this isn't going to go over really well with Virgo types, is it? Because we're going to be entering that season very, very soon. So we're going to have that new moon in Virgo as well. So with everything happening, right, we're going to be entering the Virgo season. Yes, we are. So even with the moon void, of course, in Leo. So the sun enters Virgo at 4:34 in the afternoon today. So that's going to be quite interesting. Now, what do you think what's going to happen? Look, even Virgo risings are like, what do you mean stay in bed, man? And that includes me. Right? It's not staying in bed. You're going to begin to step into newer circumstances with more confidence today. And you're just going to kind of fall into it, right? You're just going to go with it. You're going to go with the flow. You're going to do the things that you have to do. And why is this happening? Well, the sun's actually conjunct Regulus. And we don't really talk too much about fixed stars here, but we did talk about the Lion's Gate, and Regulus is known as the heart of the lion. It's a royal star. It's a regal star. It's a star of kings. Obviously, being in Leo, it's the heart of the lion, the heart of Leo. What we have going on here is it makes you successful, and it makes you feel more accomplished, right? And we're going to feel that way. We're going to feel successful. We're going to feel accomplished, even though the real work is just starting to begin. Now, our color is sea turtle green. Yeah. Like this little guy right here. See that green? Yeah, that's the color of the day. Now, Carrie bought that for my grandson before she even knew that he was coming. She just happened to really want to buy it, and she wasn't sure why she wanted it. But she bought it, and then 2 weeks later, my daughter told me, hey, guess what? We have another grandson on the way. Excellent. So that's going to go to him. And that's the color of the day, sea turtle green. Venus is square Chiron. She wants you to stay in that bed and do the things that you would want to do in the big bunch of poofy covers, right? Virgo types won't like this. No. They want to demonstrate that they're ready to go. Man, is this going to piss Leos off, though. If you happen to fall out of bed, then get yourself off to work. It is, after all, Virgo season. Rinse and repeat, right? Whatever it is that you're falling into today will bring you long-term success and some degree of financial stability. Big stuff, right? Big stuff. Heart of the lion stuff. Get that lion heart, right? Let's do it. As the moon gets closer to Virgo, I have a little something to share. This is a time of unprecedented realization. I spoke about these things back in February. I did of this year, where I was coming up with some pretty crazy things, and clearly stated that the sun entering Virgo would mark a change in our fortunes for some people where work was concerned. I wasn't totally convinced, of course, because I always want this for the side hustle. I could not picture my job, changing or whatever it was going to do back then, but boy, has it changed, and we are there. So give thanks and ask for guidance tonight. Green energy, sea turtle green energy, will return in due time, but just remember, it's not a gathering. It's a cycle. Everything cycles. Green energy cycles, right? That is correct. Now, in 1989, the first complete ring around Neptune was discovered. And in 1862, Claude Debussy, a French composer of La Mer and Claire la Lune, and the Prelude de l'Après de Midi au Fond. Prelude to the Afternoon of a Faun. Born in Saint-Germain-en-Laye, France. And that's all I have for you. Oh, and he actually died in 1918. He is one of those guys that was born during Neptune in Aries, 1862. I did a whole thing on that when Neptune entered Aries about how art is going to change. French Impressionist composers are a bridge to the 20th century, and they actually mark modern music where it got away from the symphony type of things that were happening in the classical period, neoclassical and romantic period. Even the romantic period was starting to break away from that, and that all happened in the 1860s, about 14 years in there. So we have 14 years of that kind of innovation where we go from Mozart and Bach and Haydn and Beethoven and Schumann to the likes of Aaron Copland. Pretty cool, right? Yeah, it happens that quickly. So let's make it happen, okay? Appreciate and love every single one of you. Thank you so much for joining me. I just want to tell you that I really appreciate all the comments, all the shares, everything that we get. Really do. It helps. It's building the channels. And I really, really appreciate and love every single one of you for that. Today is a 6. Don't stay in bed. Get out. Get what's yours. Happy astrocatting.